So, on this week's episode of how we fit a mechanical fuel pump, we will look in here. So here's what I'm working with. Radiator, transcooler, gap for mandrel. So basically, for those that do or do not know, for my mechanical setup, a mandrel is going to run off that crank pulley, little thing like that, put some teeth on it for the belt, go along to here and be mounted down there. Yeah, so I need to make a plate of this, and then I should theoretically got it before you guys see this, but I rang up alky diggers the other day who are so helpful, and they do something called a lollipop stick. So that lollipop goes onto the back of the mechanical fuel pump, which I don't know where it is, but wherever it is, the back of the mechanical fuel pump is a hex drive, 5/8 hex drive, I think it is. Then off of that lollipop, if you can imagine, you've poked it into this female hex drive. On the other side of that female hex drive is like a dowel, and on that dowel it is a pulley, and then that pulley will then drive the belt, which runs off the crank. So what I've got to do, I mean, I've got a humongous rad here for when it used to be sort of street driven, if you like, and now things, as they move forward and I go more to changing it to more race orientated, because I just hate driving it on the road, I've got a smaller rad as well. So what I want to do is basically take this out today, offset the rad either this side or that side, leaving myself a tiny little gap. So hopefully that'll work. Don't know whether I've got to trim some of this back just to gain a bit of space. As you can see, there's a big ass gap there. Yeah, the fan's there, but I think with the smaller rad I can probably close this up to here, which would gain me a great deal. Let's see if I can find that mandrel. That mandrel must be in here. I'm not one to normally lose this stuff. All right, what we got? Ha ha ha. Said fuel pump, courtesy of my good man Gary Gooding. Thank you very much, brother. So that's the hex drive, as you can see on the end. Dash 12 in, dash 10 out. That will hopefully fit the bracket that I haven't bought yet. And this is the mandrel that fits on the crank snout, just on the balancer basically. So what I want to do, I want to see if one of these can come off. I don't think I need both. And after speaking with Gary, even he didn't use both. He used the outer one from what I understand. So I have unbolted this bolt. It all comes out, but these don't slide off that easy. So I'm going to try to take it down to Andy Robinson's later on and see if my good man will help me and pull these off. Also, I'd like to pull the one off the dry sump pump that I've got, because then they're obviously matched, and see if that sizing will fit the new lollipop stick that I'm getting off of alky diggers. Anyway, that's all for now. I've got to crack on. I'm sure we've all had this moment at times, and I'm sure you guys can agree, when you just think your car's a dick. I love this car, but it can be such a dick. I'm literally just trying to get these bits out. Not the greatest amounts, but just everything fights me all the time. Constantly. I've had the bottom pan off, and then, I'll get you under here with me. There's the cooler pipes. I've got to undo that stupid nut there, which is in a ridiculous place, and pull it all out. But yeah, I'm just having a moaning day, so I'm just going to continue to moan until I get it done. Oh god, and this getting up and down ain't getting any easier either, I can tell you that. Okie dokie, so we've got that rad out. I can't pull out because I didn't disconnect it, the transcooler. I don't want to disconnect it from the pipes at the moment. Look at the size difference. So I believe that's, I swear to God that was a 4-core, but that now looks like a 3-core, and that looks like a 4-core. Nah, it's a 4-core. I made that up. But look at the size difference. Literally half. Freaking thing's massive. I'm carting around like 10 gallons of water. Now, don't get me wrong, it keeps it cool, but seeing that I only sort of race it now, I guess there's no real point. And also, that came out when it was a twin-turbo V8. Being that it is the mighty 6-cylinder, 2J, for the win, I might add, that should be enough. These things are so cheap. Whether they're any good or not, I do not know, but they're pretty bloody cheap. So I'm going to pop that in there, have a little work around and see what we got. Also find out if my stupid mandrel fits in the middle of that. Let's see. So I didn't show you guys the great work we've done. My very good bud Justin, thank you very much Justin, come around yesterday and helped me. So we removed everything out of here. Cooler's down now, still down on the floor. I haven't done that one yet. Cut away, I should have really done videos of this yesterday, but we cut away all this section. It was kind of up here, and there was a hole, I think, somewhere like that. So I cut that piece out just to gain a little bit more space. Put a bracket here, so this holds the rad now. Made a little bracket here, bent this up, welded it on, so that holds that up. So just got to clean it up and paint it up. Then what did I do yesterday? Then I went round to Robinson Race Cars, and Andy very kindly made some time for me and done a lovely job welding my fittings on, top and bottom. So again, thank you very much, Andy, for doing that for me. Much appreciated. Then what else have I made? Just making stuff, just constantly making stuff. Just a little bracket like that. So that goes something along those lines like that. And this just houses, just keeps it snug there on the top of the rad. See that bit there? So it just goes over it like that. Oh, fell off. There, like that, basically. And that holds it all in place. So now, what I've done, because, I don't know if you can see it too well, the mechanical pump is going to be somewhere around this vicinity. So what I'm going to do is undo that bolt there and that bolt there, and I'm going to make a curved bracket that comes out somewhere here. Don't worry about this, this is just the water pipe. Yeah, that's just the side water pipe. It's going to come out somewhere to about here, because I don't exactly know where the pump's going to be, and I still haven't ordered the lollipop stick that holds the pump. So that's another part of it I've got to do. Yeah, what did I do? So yeah, I've drawn it all out over here. So that's my plate I'm going to use. I think it's like 2 or 3 mil thick. It needs to be pretty sturdy. It's not going to be very heavy because it's only little. And I'll neaten this way. I mean, half of that won't be used, but because I don't know where the pump comes out, better to make it bigger than smaller. So that's what I'm working on. That's the old oil pump I've had before, because that way I can work with it off the car. So these are the 2 bolt holes, so it just needs to go round like that. What's that bit of card? Oh, where is that bit of card? Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so basically it's just a very, very simple template that I've done. It'll be along those lines like that. As you can see here, this will house off of that like that. And as I say, it's all got to be neatened up and shortened, but that's as far as I can get. Without the bit, I can't go any further. What else? Going to make up some hose lines. Justin very kindly donated this to me. It's a -16 end, so I can make up said hose lines to the rad. Andy very kindly took this off for me. Me being a wally, I didn't know what these holes are for, and I've got the dry sump pump on the floor, and I'm pulling it up. So basically what it comes down to is you've got to undo the grub screws. When you know, I guess. Hey, Andy? So yeah, thank you very much for taking it off for me nonetheless. Just got all of this up from Alky Diggers now, and hopefully everything will bolt up. Then I'm going to possibly, I don't know, I've been considering a front tank, but I haven't got a great deal of space here. So I'm not so sure at this stage of the game a front tank's going to work for me. Because I did look at having one possibly here, but really, you can see there ain't loads and loads of space. So the only other option would be -12 line gravity fed straight from the back all the way down. The only sad side about that is I've literally only just done -10 lines 2 weeks ago. So guess what? We've got to go again. -12. Should all work. Should all be gravity fed. Should all work. But I'll stop jabbering. I'm going to get this done and I'll show you again in a minute. Alright, so I thought I'd show you boys this. So there's my plate. Yes, I'm very aware it's massive. I've trimmed it down as best I can at the moment. Because as I said before, I don't know where it's going to go. Realistically, I think it's probably going to end up like that. Then the lollipop stick will end up here. Pump will roughly be in this vicinity here. But I just don't know at the moment. So I thought best to make it big, and it's something currently I can do. So I've cleaned it all off, all holes drilled. What is it, 2, 3 mil bit of sheet. That should be more than ample, strong enough. Give it like a little coat of black when it's done, and that's that. So I guess now, I'm gonna have to move on to making some water pipes. Well, that's a pretty frustrating afternoon. So I managed to get this one on, as you can see. Come out real nice. It's not done up yet, but it's come up all right. The bottom one has basically given me a whooping. So I've got this fitting, got 45, I believe. And I've got, see if I can show you guys under here. got a straight, which I thought would go. There's the rad. There's a 90. But no matter how hard I try, that's the fitting it has to go onto. It just won't have it. No matter how long I did it, I had it coming around, curling, nothing. And sadly, the simple answer is, it has to be another 90. So, yep, I'm off to go and buy another 90, I guess. Unless I can work out another way. It's just left me at the moment. I'm just totally beaten by this one. I hate it because you try, it's like you try to make things work. You're trying to force something to fit, which doesn't want to fit. You're just wasting your time. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm going to have a look at mounting the cooler now. So I just thought I'd show you guys this quickly. So I've put the mandrel down there. See that bit of metal there? That's literally just holding up the cooler. So that's the oil cooler for the trans. Everything's got plenty of space. Yeah, I've had a bit of a mind block. I'm not quite sure how to mount this. I think what I'm going to do is chop these old rad mounts off so I can go a little bit lower, because obviously I want to utilise the gap for the air to flow through. I mean, it's never run hot to start with, so I don't think it's going to be any worse. It can only be better, because it used to be behind a radiator before, so at least it's in the open now. But I think what I'm going to do is run a bracket from the top onto these two. Something along those lines. And then it will just come over here and just be screwed in opposites, just like that's done there. If I was to do that both sides, run one mount off of here, it does, believe it or not, go a little bit more to the right. And I have got an option to take one of these off and machine this down, because hopefully the pump will go from here and should be somewhere in this vicinity here. I don't know, it's really hard to tell without all the bits here, but hopefully I'll get them ordered up tonight. Tomorrow night, actually, not tonight, because I need to ring them and find out. And yeah, go from there. I mean, I've ordered the other 90, so that's already on its way. I don't think there's much more I can do at the moment. Anyhow, I'm going to give it a quick lick of paint on here where I can, and that's me done for the night, I think.